The supreme leader will make our country great again. We were a superior race before they came and ruined it. And if we get rid of them, all our problems will be solved. To be clear, I'm talking about Germany, Nazi Germany. Hello and welcome to Sowmya's Take. This week, I'm taking the conversation forward on Taika Waititi's Jojo Rabbit. Yes, an American film about Nazi Germany which has nothing to do with India. And I know that you're going to be asking me the question instead of me doing it. Why am I talking about this film? Because our country has rabbits. Obviously, why else would I be speaking about it? Jojo Rabbit is about a 10-year-old boy called Jojo who loves Adolf Hitler and signs up for a children's Nazi camp in order to train for the German army. Now these are the kind of camps where people wear khaki shorts, the children are taught hate speech, trained to handle weapons and made to shout nationalistic slogans and basically brainwashed into believing that the other is the problem. To be clear again, I'm talking about Germany. Nazi Germany. But Jojo's mother Rosie is working for the resistance and she hides a teenage Jewish girl called Elsa in their house. And when Jojo stumbles upon this secret, he does not approve at all. You see, Jojo loves Hitler so much that he has him as his imaginary friend. So you can imagine what Jojo's ideas about Jewish people would be like. He refers to them as it while talking to his adorably chubby friend Yorkie, considering them as animals. Now this is a strategy that fascists everywhere have used, characterizing people as animals or insects like termites. Once you've dehumanized someone, it's pretty easy to hate them. And so Jojo has no trouble at all hating Elsa even though he does not know her at all. He really believes that his mother has done a terrible thing by saving Elsa, but he has no say in the matter and so he decides to use the opportunity to write a book about Jews. How to identify them, what they look like, what sort of devilish things they do and how to get rid of them. If you're shocked by this, you must understand that Germany did not become Nazi Germany overnight. It began with normalizing hate speech, racial slurs, ghettoization, passing off propaganda as history, stripping the Jews of their citizenship, validating fake news officially, and branding the people who resisted as anti-national. To be clear, I am still talking about Germany, Nazi Germany. And this reached a point when millions of ordinary, decent, patriotic Germans thought it was right that the Jews were exterminated. But then, Jojo ends up making friends with Elsa despite what his friend Adolf Hitler keeps telling him. Now Jojo Rabbit is not exactly a children's film and it has got a fair share of criticism for being too cutesy. The film does not show the horrific brutality in concentration camps, but it does have a couple of disturbing visuals and some cussing in a few scenes. It's rated PG-13, which means that it's up to parents if they want to take kids who are below 13 for the film. However, since the entire story is told from the point of view of a 10-year-old boy, it can serve as an introduction to children about fascism. But why should children think about all this? Because children tend to assume that the adults they trust are always right. Because they imitate the hate that these adults spew around them. Because they carry this to the playground. Because they may study in schools where this hate is validated. Because it is quite easy for a young person who's growing up in such circumstances to pick up a gun and fire at a crowd. To be sure, I'm talking about Germany, Nazi Germany. However, you might be interested to know that during World War II, there was a group of Indians who were very approving of Adolf Hitler and his strategies. You may want to look up who these people were. If you want to take your child for this film, be sure that you give them a little background and the historical context. And of course, teach them theatre etiquette while you're at it. On a personal note, I took my 8-year-old for this film and she absolutely loved it. Please feel free to share your criticism of this video. I've learned last week that wearing earphones and sunglasses makes you completely immune to criticism. So that's what I'm going to be doing while reading your comments. Thank you.